What do you mean the real story?
So what happened?
Oh,
How'd this
basically,
go down?
I mean, she was like, this girl Bethany, BethZilla, as she goes by on the internet, was like, oh my god, Beefy, you're so wonderful and awesome. I need to make a song with you. And I was like, well, I don't have time, really. So I penciled her in, and eventually we were able to make this happen. I have several things to do now. I have like a photo shoot in Thailand I gotta be at now, but had to be here now, so whatever. That's not how it went. That was...
Hi, Bethany.
Hey.
I saw you across the thing you were playing.
Yeah, Xbox.
I might have the most ghetto studio in the history of mankind, and I prefer it that way.
Keeps you grounded.
It does. It reminds me of my roots, even though I really haven't sold out yet, or have been asked to sell out. Met you at a LAN party in my buddy's garage. I was feeling quite large, the opposite of in charge. Social butterfly until a pretty stranger walks by. That sounded better. Met you at a LAN party in my buddy's garage. I was feeling quite large, the opposite of in charge. Social butterfly until a pretty stranger walks by. Okay. New there. Asking me if you needed a CD key for Far Cry, started making noises like you giggle, wink, and waved and said, what up, it's nice to meet you. Frankly, to be honest, you seem rather out of place. Pretty much the hottest girly that is going on my MySpace. I like MySpace. It's maybe like the boringest thing to watch in the history of the world. I don't know. Except for the stuttering part. I like the part. Looking back, I probably should have asked you out right from the start, but I was regulating heavily on Quake and couldn't stop. Well, at least that's my excuse. Rather produce a noose and get loose off this boozed up juice than deal with another lady telling me that I'm not good enough. If love is just a battlefield, I'm happy never suiting up. But I can't resist plotting and pondering with those lips all the ways that you kiss. So come on! Pondering with those lips all the ways that you kiss. So come on! Yo, Pat. See, that's as easy as it is. It's that simple. Even though I've already recorded it once, and the first time took me like an hour and a half.
You're telling me you see me, why don't you come on over, baby? We can play all through the night on PS2 or Xbox Live. Oh, don't be shy around me. Don't you know that I love RPGs and I grew up on Nintendo, Zelda, Pac-Man, and Mario.
I had that Mario part on.
Really?
Yeah.
I was like, how do I make this nerdy?
Dude, it all flows so well. I'm a fan of it.
Yay! You're telling me you see me, why don't you come on over, baby? We can play all through the night on PS2 or Xbox Live. Oh, so you say you want me, I don't care that you're not going.
Kind of gave up on yourself a little bit at the end there, but it's okay.
I was like, eh.
Like I just gave up. I stopped caring, and the 12th time I've done this.
It's gonna suck anyway.
No, I don't allow anything I do to suck, except for the things I do that suck. And for a song about the lack of confidence, this is oddly reversed.
That is true.
I was so excited to have that giggle at the beginning of the track.
Like I giggled. I was like, should I still do it?
Totally.
No, probably not.
From this point on, we add effects and we clean it up and we put the sexy filter on it and distribute it on the internets at some point. It depends how lazy I am. If I'm like feeling it, like I can finish it in like a couple hours. But if it's like a lot of stuff I want to do to it, that can take like a day. But I mean, it's all very, as you can see, it's very indie and very, it's very indie and very low budge. So, so it doesn't sound as professional as everybody else. But I, in theory, have like a 30-track recorder, so better than an 8-track, I imagine. This is how I make every Hi, by the way, I'm Mr. Orange, and this is how I make all of my songs. It's weird that I thought Mr. Orange was like a guy the first time I saw him on the bill. I thought it was just like one dude. I thought it was maybe like a comedian. That's what I thought. I saw Mr. Orange. I was like, I don't know what that means.
So what is a sexy filter?
Sexy filter. Basically, we're gonna put some. It's like the effects we're gonna put on it. It takes like a normal voice, which I mean by itself is usually boring or whatever, and we're just gonna add. We made it dynamic, so now like the low points are even with the high points, and we're going to add a reverb and play with that for a little bit until we get one that sounds good. When we collaborate with people over the internet, they record kind of like the same way I do, and we use the same beat, and they just send me their vocal mix, and either they'll do their own editing because people like to do their own edits and they know how they like to sound, and then they'll send me just their vocal track that's just basically this without the beat, and then I'll just lay it on top of what I've already done, and it's easier than people imagine, but if you're trying like to write cooperatively rather, that can be a headache and that can take forever. I hate that, but it's still really fun, and I do like a lot with this person named MC Router and a guy named Dr. Popular and Shell Riley, and I mean we've done it so many times now that we really know exactly how to do it without taking too much time. Yeah, it's really I liked it a lot. And what sucks is like I know like someone's gonna see this video, right, and they're gonna be like, why is he doing it that way? Because I just know they're gonna be like, oh, that's the stupidest. Why is this guy talking like he knows anything? And that is going to happen.
So you say you want me, I don't care that you're nerdcore, honey, but I don't know if you want it, boy, I need to know you want it.
If I lose all that, you're gonna hate me forever. You're like, no, I'm sorry, we're just not gonna do it again. Yeah. You had your chance.
Peace out, Beef.
I got my footage, I'm good. I'm good to go. Oh man.